Welcome to my Expat Stories. This one's about revenge spending, when a divorce leaves you bitter and wealthy enough to prove something. When you decide the best revenge is living well and making sure your ex sees it. Every post, every photo, every moment. Documented, public, visible. So they know what they're missing, so they understand leaving was a mistake. So they regret. Except sometimes the person you're trying to hurt isn't paying attention. And sometimes the investments you're making aren't actually yours. And sometimes you spend everything proving something that didn't need proving to someone who moved on before you even started. If you've ever spent money trying to prove a point, hit subscribe. Because Lee's about to show you what happens when Facebook becomes your scorecard and revenge becomes your business plan. Here's Lee. Right, I'm Lee, 55, Birmingham. Was a sales director. Good job. 6 figures. Luxury car sales. High-end stuff. Been doing it 20 years, successful, comfortable, married. 28 years, Michelle. We met young, built a life together. House. 2 kids. Both grown now, both moved out. Empty nest. That's when it started falling apart. When the kids were gone. When it was just us, when we realised we didn't know how to be just us anymore. She started going to the gym. A lot. Like every day. Morning classes. Evening classes. Weekend sessions. Getting fit. Getting healthy. Good for her. I supported it. Encouraged it. Didn't know she was getting more than fitness. Didn't know her personal trainer was training more than her muscles. Didn't know until she told me. 28 years. Over. For a 28-year-old gym rat named Kyle with abs and no career. And my wife. The divorce was brutal. Financially fair. But emotionally brutal. She got 210,000. I got 210. House was sold. Split down the middle. Kids stayed neutral. Didn't take sides. Just wanted us both to be happy. Wanted the fighting to stop. Wanted to move on. I didn't want to move on. Wanted her to hurt. Wanted her to regret. Wanted her to see what she'd lost. Wanted revenge. Not violent revenge. Financial revenge. Success revenge. Living well revenge. The revenge that says, you left me and look how amazing my life is now. I quit my job. Month after the divorce, finalised. Walked into the dealership. Told the owner, I'm done, I'm retiring, going to live. He tried to talk me out of it. Lee, you're 55. You've got 10 more years easy. Good years. High-earning years. Don't throw it away. I'm not throwing it away. I'm choosing to live. Actually live. For once. Without her. Without the marriage. Without the life that just ended. I'm choosing me. I booked a flight to Manila. Heard about it from clients. From other sales guys. About the lifestyle. About the cost of living. About the opportunities. About starting over. About living like a king on UK money. About showing everyone back home that you've made it. That you're living the dream. That you're winning. That's what I wanted. To win. To show Michelle I was winning. To document it. To make sure she saw. To prove leaving me was her biggest mistake. I rented a penthouse. Makati. High floor. City view. Modern. Expensive. 60,000 pesos monthly. About 960 quid. Way more than I needed. Way more than was sensible. But sensible wasn't the point. The point was the photos. The Facebook photos. The Instagram posts. The documentation of my amazing new life. My winning life. My post-Michelle life. The life she wasn't part of. The life she'd never have. The life she gave up when she chose Kyle. I posted everything. The view from the balcony. The building's pool. The gym, the lounge areas. The high-end finishes. New place in Manila. Living the dream. Best decision I ever made. Tagged Birmingham. Made it public. Made sure Michelle's friends could see. Made sure word would get back. Made sure everyone knew Lee was living large. Lee was winning. Lee was moving on better than Michelle ever could. I went out that first week. Bonifacio Global City. BGC. The high-end area. Restaurants. Clubs. Bars. The kind of places with dress codes and minimum spends and beautiful people everywhere. I posted photos, steak dinners, cocktails, skyline views. Another incredible night in Manila. Loving life. No regrets. Public. Visible. Accessible for Michelle. For her friends. For everyone in Birmingham who who knew our story. Look at Lee. Look how well he's doing. Look how much better his life is now. Then I met Princess. Instagram, actually. She had the aesthetic, the photos, the lifestyle content. 28. Gorgeous, sophisticated. The kind of girl Michelle would never be. Young, modern, successful. She posted about entrepreneurship, about business, about building a future. She wasn't a bar girl, wasn't working the clubs, was a wannabe entrepreneur, influencer, business-minded, ambitious. Everything Michelle wasn't. Everything I wanted to show Michelle I could get, could afford, could have. I messaged her. Love your content. I'm new to Manila. Business background. Would love to connect. She replied. Professional. Friendly. We met for coffee. BGC, expensive place. The kind where coffee costs what a meal costs in regular places. We talked business, about her goals, about my background. With this young, beautiful, ambitious woman. This upgrade. This proof I was winning. Can I take a photo for my Instagram? I asked. She agreed. Smiled. Professional smile. Influencer smile. I posted it immediately. Coffee with Princess. Amazing conversation about business and life in Manila. Grateful for new connections. Tagged her, tagged BGC, made it public. Made sure it would circulate. Made sure Michelle would see, would know, would understand I'd moved on, moved up, moved better. Princess and I started spending time together. Not dating officially, but together. Publicly. I'd invite her to dinners, to events, to beach trips. Always with photos, always documented. Always posted. Weekend in Boracay with Princess. Paradise found. Dinner at Nobu, Manila. Living like we deserve. Another perfect day in the Philippines, with incredible company. Every post a message. Every photo proof. Every caption a subtle dig. Look, Michelle. Look what I have now. Look what you gave up. Look what you're missing. Princess was using me. Obviously, I wasn't stupid. I knew. She wanted exposure, wanted content, wanted to be associated with someone who had money, who could afford nice places, who could elevate her brand. I was using her too. Wanted the photos, wanted the proof. Wanted Michelle to see me with someone younger, hotter, more successful than her. We were using each other. Transactional. Clear. Mutually beneficial. I was fine with it. This wasn't love, this was strategy. This was revenge. This was winning. Then Princess started talking about business. Real business. Lee, I want to open a cafe in BGC, trendy area, Instagram worthy, the kind of place influencers love. Good location, good concept. I just need capital, need investment. How much? About 6 million pesos to start. For rent, renovations, equipment, initial stock. About £96,000. That's a lot. I know, but it's a good investment. BGC is booming. Cafes are huge here. Instagram culture is everything. This would be profitable, would be successful, would be ours. Ours, the word caught. Ours, like we were building something together. Like we were partners. Like this was more than photos and posts and using each other. Like this was real. I wanted it to be real. Wanted something real to come from this. Wanted the revenge spending to build into something legitimate. Something Michelle could see and understand she'd lost. Lost someone who was building, investing, creating. Not just living, but thriving, with someone better. I gave her the money, £96,000, from my settlement. From the $210,000 I got from the divorce, from the money that was supposed to last me, set me up, give me security. I gave half of it to Princess, for the cafe, for our business, for our future, for the proof that I was winning, that I was building, that Michelle leaving was the catalyst for my success, not my downfall, my success. Built with Princess. Built with someone who wanted to create something, not just exist like Michelle did, but build, create, invest, succeed. The cafe opened 3 months later. It was beautiful. Instagram perfect. White marble, gold fixtures, plants everywhere. Natural light. The kind of place that photographs perfectly. Princess posted constantly. Opening day, first customers, latte art, aesthetic shots. I shared everything. So proud of this. Cafe opening in BGC, new venture, New chapter. Building something amazing in Manila. Tagged Princess. Tagged the cafe. Made it visible. Made sure everyone knew. Made sure Michelle saw. Look what I'm building. Look what I'm creating. Look what you're missing. Except the cafe was in Princess's name. Solely. Legally. Completely. Her business. Her ownership. Her asset. I was the investor. The silent partner. The funding source. But nothing legal tied me to it. No ownership papers. No partnership agreement. No equity stake. Nothing. She said it was easier that way. Filipinos get better rates, better treatment, better deals. Foreigners owning businesses is complicated. Better to keep it in her name. Trust her. We're partners. We're building this together. It's ours, even if legally it's hers. I trusted her. Wanted to trust her. Needed to trust her. Because if I didn't trust her, then what was this? Just spending. Just showing off. Just revenge with no substance. But if I trusted her, if we were building something, then it was real. Then Michelle could see I'd moved on to something better. Something real. Something successful. Something she'd never have with Kyle the trainer. She'd have abs and a gym membership. I'd have a thriving cafe in Manila and a beautiful business partner. And a life Michelle could only watch from Birmingham and regret leaving. The cafe's doing well. Actually well. Princess posts the numbers. Good foot traffic. Good sales. Instagram influence working. People coming for photos, for content, for aesthetic, staying for coffee, for food, for experience. It's profitable. Successful. Everything we hoped. Everything I funded. Everything that's legally hers. But it's working. It's real. It's proof. Proof I'm winning. Proof I made the right choice. Proof leaving Birmingham was smart. Proof Michelle was wrong. I'm posting about it constantly. Investor update. The cafe's thriving. Manila life treating me well. Best decision I ever made. Photos of the cafe, of the crowds, of Princess working, of success, of winning. Public. Visible. For Michelle. For Birmingham. For everyone who knew our story. Look at Lee. Look what he's built. Look what he's achieved. Look what Michelle's missing. 6 months after the cafe opens, Princess has another idea. Her cousin Maricel wants to open a beauty salon. Same area. BGC, different street, good location, similar concept. Instagram worthy, aesthetic focused, influencer market. Lee, Maricel's got the skills, got the training, got the vision. Just needs capital. Needs someone who believes in her, like you believed in me, like you invested in us. Could you help her too? How much? About £60,000. Less than the cafe, smaller space, less equipment, but same potential, same market, same success. I hesitate. 60,000 is a lot. That's more than a quarter of what's left. That's significant. That's dangerous, but Princess is looking at me, expectant, trusting. Lee, you've seen the cafe work. You've seen what your investment created. This is the same. Same opportunity, same potential, same family working hard, building dreams, just needs capital, needs belief, needs you. The flattery works, the logic works, the cafe's successful. Why wouldn't the salon be? Why wouldn't this work? Why wouldn't this be another win, another proof, another Facebook post, another Lee the successful investor moment, another thing Michelle can see and regret? I transfer the money, £60,000, to Maricel, for the salon, for our second business, for proof I'm not just lucky once. I'm smart, I'm strategic. I'm building an empire, a small empire, a Manila empire, an empire Michelle will never be part of, will never touch, will only watch, will only regret leaving. The salon opens 3 months later, same process, beautiful space, Instagram perfect, pink, gold, plants, mirrors everywhere. Aesthetic overload. Princess and Maricel post the opening. I share everything. Second business launch. Beauty salon in BGC. Building something special in Manila. Grateful for these opportunities. Tagged both of them. Tagged Manila. Made it public. Made it visible. Made sure everyone knew Lee was expanding. Lee was succeeding. Lee was winning. But the salon's in Maricel's name. Sole ownership. Same reasoning. Filipino ownership is easier. Better rates, better deals, less complications, just trust, just partnership without papers, just belief without legal protection. I go along because the cafe worked, because this logic worked before, because arguing means doubting, means not trusting, means not being the supportive investor, the generous partner, the big man, the winner. I want to be the winner, need to be the winner, need Michelle to see I'm winning. Month 8. Princess's brother needs a car for rideshare business. Grab. The Philippine Uber. Lee, my brother wants to be a driver, wants to earn, wants to build. But he needs a car, needs capital, needs about £30,000 for a decent car. One that'll last, one that'll work. Could you help him? Like you helped me, like you helped Maricel, like you helped family. Family. She called it family, called me family. Like I'm part of them, part of this, part of something bigger than revenge, bigger than Facebook posts, bigger than proving something to Michelle. Like I'm actually building relationships, connections, family, in Manila, with Princess, with her family, with people who appreciate me, who value me, who see me as more than Michelle ever did, more than a sales director, more than a husband she grew bored of, more than someone to leave for a gym trainer, but as family, as someone who matters, who helps, who builds, who belongs. I send the 30,000 for the car, for her brother, for family, for belonging, for being part of something, for one more investment, one more success, one more proof, one more Facebook post, helping family build their future. Manila continues to amaze, grateful for these connections. Tagged Princess, tagged her brother, tagged Manila, tagged success, tagged winning. The car's in her brother's name. Obviously, has to be. He's the driver. He's the one using it. Makes sense. Legal sense. Practical sense. But no paperwork ties me to it. No loan agreement. No equity. No ownership. Just trust. Just belief. Just being family. Just being generous. Just being the big man. The investor. The one who makes things happen. The one who's winning. Month 14. I'm checking Facebook. Routine check. See who's viewed my posts. See who's engaging. See what Michelle's seen. I go to her profile. Want to see her life. Want to compare. Want to confirm she's less happy, less successful, less winning than me. Want confirmation. My revenge is working. My posts are hurting. My success is painful for her to watch. Her profile's different. Cover photo changed. Profile picture changed. Status changed. From divorced to married. Married, she's married. To Kyle, the trainer. They got married, had a wedding. Small wedding, just close friends and family. Photos of them. Happy photos, smiling photos, in-love photos. No mention of me. No reference to our 28 years. No acknowledgement our marriage ever existed. Just her new life. Her married life, her Kyle life. Happy. Complete. Moved on. Fully moved on. While I've been posting. Spending. Building. Proving. Investing. For her. To show her. To hurt her. To make her regret. I scroll through her recent posts. 6 months of them. None mentioning me. None referencing my Manila life. None responding to my posts. None engaging. Nothing. Like I don't exist. Like my penthouse doesn't exist. Like Princess doesn't exist. Like the cafe and salon don't exist. Like none of it matters. Because to her it doesn't. Hasn't. Never did. She stopped looking months ago. Stopped caring. Stopped thinking about me. While I've been posting for her. Spending for her. Living for her. Proving to her. Building for her. All for her. And she hasn't been watching. Hasn't cared. Got married and moved on while I've been in Manila trying to make her jealous. My hands go numb. Tingling. Like they've been asleep too long. My chest feels tight. Compressed. Like someone's standing on it. My vision narrows. Tunnel vision. Just the screen. Just the wedding photos. Just Michelle smiling. Just Kyle smiling. Just married. Just happy. Just moved on. Just not caring. Not watching. Not regretting. Not thinking about me at all. While I've spent £186,000 trying to make her jealous. Trying to hurt her, trying to win. And she hasn't even been playing, hasn't been looking, hasn't cared since month 6, since before the salon, since before the car, since before the second and third investments. All that money, all those posts, all that revenge, all for nothing, all for someone who wasn't watching, who never cared, who moved on while I was still fighting. I'm sitting in the penthouse, the expensive penthouse, $960 a month, 22 months, £21,120 on rent, plus £186,000 on investments, plus living expenses, plus everything. I'm over £400,000 spent, £420,000. My settlement, my savings, my 6-figure salary savings. All of it, gone, to Manila, to Princess, to proving something to Michelle, who hasn't been watching, who got married while I was spending, who's happy while I'm broke, who won while I thought I was winning. I message Princess. Can we talk about the businesses, about ownership, about paperwork? She comes over, calm, professional. What's wrong, Lee? You seem upset. The businesses, the cafe, the salon, the car, they're all in your family's names. I've invested nearly £200,000, but I don't own anything, don't have any paperwork, any equity, any legal stake. What if something happens? What if you sell? What if we need to split assets? I'm not protected, not legally connected, not an owner, just a funder, just an investor with no investment protection. She's quiet, long quiet. Then, Lee, I told you from the beginning, Filipino ownership is better, easier, less complicated. You trusted me. You said you trusted me. Are you saying you don't trust me now? I trust you. I need some protection, some legal acknowledgement, some ownership papers, something showing I'm part of this, that I'm not just someone who gave money, that I own part of what I funded. Lee, it's complicated. Changing ownership is expensive, requires lawyers, paperwork, fees. It's possible, but difficult. And why now? Why suddenly? After everything's working, after everything's successful, why change what's working? Because I need to know I own something, that I'm secure, that if something happens, I'm protected. She sighs, not angry, just disappointed. Lee, you've been so generous, so trusting, so wonderful. But if you need papers, if you need lawyers, if you need proof, then maybe we're not on the same page. Maybe you're not family. Maybe you're just an investor, just business, just transaction, not what I thought we were. The emotional manipulation is clear, obvious. Make me feel guilty for wanting legal protection, for wanting ownership, for wanting basic business sense, for wanting what any investor would want. Make me choose between being family and being smart, between trust and protection, between belonging and security. I want both, need both. But she's making me choose, and if I choose security, I lose family, lose belonging, lose Princess, lose everything I thought I was building, everything I thought was real, everything I thought made the spending worth it. I back down. Don't push, don't demand, don't insist. Just accept, just trust, just believe. Because the alternative is admitting I've been stupid, admitting I've funded someone else's business empire, admitting I own nothing, admitting Michelle was right to leave, admitting I'm not winning, admitting I'm losing, badly, completely, expensively. Month 20. Princess's mother needs a house. Back in the province, Nueva Ecija, family house, for aging parents, for security, for legacy. Lee, my mother's been renting her whole life, wants to own something, leave something for family, leave something for us, for our future. Could you help? One last time, one last investment, then we're done, then we're set, then everything's complete. How much? About £72,000. For a house, for land, for family, for future, for security. I've got about 80,000 left. That's everything. That's the last of it. That's the end of the settlement. The end of savings. The end of everything I came here with. That's too much. That's the line. That's where I stop. Where I say no. Where I protect myself. Where I choose security over belonging. Where I make the smart choice. The right choice. The adult choice. But Princess is looking at me. Lee, you've helped so much. Built so much. Created so much. This is the last piece. The final investment, then we're complete. Then we're family. Then we're set. Then you're part of us. Forever. Truly. Completely. I send the money. £72,000. Everything left. Everything remaining. Everything that was supposed to last me. Supposed to keep me secure. Supposed to protect my future. Gone. To Princess's mother. For a house in the province in Nueva Ecija. That'll be in her name. That I'll never see. That I'll never own. That I funded. Completely. With everything I had left. With my last pound. With my final attempt at belonging. At family. At being part of something. At winning. At proving something to Michelle who isn't watching. Who got married and moved on and forgot I exist. The house is built 6 months later. I'm running out of money. Can't afford the penthouse anymore. Moved to a cheaper place. Pasig. Smaller. Basic. About 240 quid. Still expensive by Philippine standards. But all I can afford. All I have left. Credit cards, debt, future payments. But no income. No job. No settlement left. No savings left. Nothing left except debt. Except regret. Except the knowledge I spent £420,000 funding someone else's business empire. Someone else's family house. Someone else's future. While I have nothing. Own nothing. Am nothing. Princess is distant now. Busy. Running businesses. Successful businesses. Profitable businesses. The cafe's thriving. The salon's busy. Her brother's driving. Her mother's in the house. Everyone's winning. Everyone's secure. Everyone's building futures. Except me. I'm broke. Debt-ridden. Living in Pasig. At 57. With nothing. Having spent everything proving something to someone who never watched. I fly back to Birmingham. One-way ticket. Last of the credit card. Economy. Middle seat. No champagne, no bed. Just cramped. Uncomfortable, long thinking. Regretting. Calculating. £420,000. Gone. In 22 months. £19,000 monthly. On rent. On investments. On Princess. On her family. On proving something to Michelle who stopped watching after 6 months. Who got married while I was spending. Who's happy while I'm broke. Who won the divorce. Won the breakup. Won everything. While I lost everything, trying to prove I was winning. I'm back in Birmingham. 4 months back. Living in a small flat. Renting. The kind of flat I lived in before Michelle. Before the house. Before the marriage. Before the career. Before everything. I'm back to the beginning. Except worse. Because now I'm 57. With no job. With debt. With credit cards maxed. With nothing saved. Nothing secured. Nothing owned. Having spent £420,000 on revenge nobody saw. And investments I don't own. And proving something to someone who wasn't watching. And forgot I existed while I was spending everything trying to make her care. I see Michelle sometimes. Around Birmingham. At shops. She sees me once. Waves politely. Friendly wave. Not intimate. Not meaningful. Just polite acknowledgement. Like I'm an acquaintance. Someone she knew once. Someone who doesn't matter anymore. Someone who's just part of the past. She's happy. I can see it. Her and Kyle walking together. Holding hands. Living their life. Their married life. Their happy life. While I'm broke. Alone. Regretting. Knowing I spent everything trying to hurt her and she never felt it. Never knew. Never cared. This is my expat stories. Lee spent £420,000 over 22 months documenting his Manila life on Facebook, trying to make his ex jealous funded Princess's cafe, salon, her brother's car, and her mother's house believing they were investments and he was building family. Discovered after spending everything that his ex stopped watching his posts after 6 months and got married while he was still posting. And came back to Birmingham, broke at 57, owning 0% of the businesses he funded, while Princess runs her profitable empire, and his ex lives happily ever after, having forgotten he existed, while he spent everything trying to prove he was winning a competition nobody else was playing.